Hello my lovelies, so this is Lizzie from Love from Lizzie, and today I am bringing you the December 2024 release video. In the previous video I went through the unboxing of the ruby red card kit, and I also went through quite a few updates regarding our Black Friday sale, our cut-off dates for being able to add to your box, details about the Canada Post strike which we are being impacted by and how we're working around it, the fact that we've got our wish list and other filters. All of this information, if you jump back to the previous video and have a watch, will help clear everything up. Don't want to recycle information. I did show these 3 cards which I made from the kit, just as a quick example of what can be done. So they're quite different, quite traditional, almost a little bit mixed media-y and quite messy. And this is almost following sort of a card layout. So just 3 different styles there. Now, if you want to bulk up your ruby red, we have got some lovely things. Now, our 3D stickers have proven to be so popular. We have these in both silver, gold and clear with blue, and these are no exception. They are super sparkly, as you can see. They are 3D. Let's see if the camera's gonna pick up the shape there. And they are self-adhesive. So they sort of, they bold out, they bend out, and they flex back in. But they are self-adhesive, and this is the red and the green in the 3D stripes. So as you can imagine, with the ruby red, there is lots of reds and greens with the forest and the wolf themes, so they are there. We have the variety and the pin bundles. So in the pin bundle this month, it's ruby red pinstripe along with brown mirror, white with gold finish and racing green mirror. So these also double up as actually really quite nice Christmas colours. We've got gold holographic mini circle, straight green glitter, black mini heart and the red holographic mini twinkle. So here you go, you can see that's the variety bundle for ruby red. We have got an A5 self-adhesive bundle. Now this is non-shed and you get 6 sheets, 2 of each colour. So there is the red, the green and the white. It does have a slight iridescence to the white, and these are perfect if you just die cut them and then peel the backing off, and you can just stick that straight onto your project, meaning that there's no, if you've got a really intricate die, say for example the lantern that comes in the kit, and you want to die cut it out of the white glitter, you haven't got to fuss popping tiny bits, bits of glue on all of the tiny little edges. The self-adhesive nature makes that so much easier. Also for matting and layering, just making sure that you've got a nice firm solid stick on the back is always something that I'm super keen for. We have also got our specialty bundle. This is 8.5 by 11, so it is American letter size. And you have got this really stunning red, and it's not glitter, it's probably closer described to as the moon dust, like our pier lofts. It's got a very sparkly finish, but it's not real glitter chunks or pieces. Same goes for this lovely green. Then we have a matte gold mirror, and we have a really nice deep red mirror. We have another of the gold, and last but by no means least, hiding in the back, we have the gold mirror. So there are 6 sheets and they are the full sized, so if you wanted to turn these into card bases, you can just split them to make 2 A2 bases from them. We have some of the faux snow that features in the kit, and I absolutely love this stuff, it's fabulous. So it is like, it's almost like shredded pieces of fluffy plastic. It's not static, it's not nasty. some, you know, glittery items can be. And there are these red snowflake sequins and there are white ones in there as well, as you can see. So for shakers, these are fabulous, and especially with Red Riding Hood going through the forest in the winter. It's I think it's a really happy theme for this time of year. If you've had enough of making Christmas cards, but you're still really enjoying the colour palette, this works well. We have 2 gem sets this month. We have the gem wheel, and these are all 3mm sized self-adhesive gems, all the same size, and they are the gems that I used on the poinsettia and for the berries on the holly on the card I made. So that's the 3mm gems. And then these are the mixed shapes. So here you've got just regular round gems in 4 different sizes. I believe 1, 2, 3, and then tiny weeny 4. Then there are some mini hearts and some very mini stars as well. So hoping that you're able to catch those different shapes there. But we do have those in iridescent and clear. So we have those in a few colourways and they're very popular. We have a couple of Nouveau options. We have the Green Parade Shimmer Powder, which is again lovely for making those foresty scenes. I used the stencil that came in the kit to ink blend through, but I could have just as easily dabbed through with some water and then had a good play with the colours that come out of the Nouveau Parade, because it isn't just a green. There's so many different shades in there. There's like some yellows and almost blues in there too. So that's a really lovely tiny bottle that goes ever such a long way. And then we have the crystal drops in Morning Dew, which are completely clear. So they just look like little dew drops that you can create for your woodland scenes as well. And we have some die sets. Now, some of these we've had previously, but they've not been available for quite some time. But this is one of my favourite die sets, and it's so much easier to show by die cutting than what you can see in front of you. So there are 3 dies here, and then there's the 3 frames underneath. You can die cut the element without a frame and it just takes away the negative. So for example, let's take this die. To have just the negative remain, it will look like this. So I've taken a card panel, used one of the stitch rectangle dies, and then laid this and run that through the die cut machine, and it leaves this really beautiful negative space. And I've just used some of our moon dust paper, which is super popular, and that's the 6x6. Stamped a tiny sentiment from the Beach Babe stamp set, and that whole card is done. It took minutes. So that is when you use these dies alone. But if you were to, say, pick up this die and die cut it with the frame on, you can make something like this. So again, I've used some of that moon dust paper and die cut the 2 together, so it die cuts out the image and then it gives it a frame so you can attach it elsewhere. And just for continuity, I use the same stamp set and pattern papers. But as you can see, this die set creates really effective cards that are super, super simple. So there is that one, as I say, one of my favourites. And because it's foresty, meadowy themed, I decided to re-release this to go with red. We have got the fir cones, which again can be used as Christmassy dies, but also I've just die cut each of these out here so that you can have an idea. And I just used some craft cardstock and some brown glitter, but super simple to build up your cards using these. Better still, or create a wreath with them. So many different options, but there are 4 dies there. So you've got the larger and the smaller, and then you have the 2 pieces which you can layer up. Now, having looked at a fir cone, the bits that stick out are lighter because the inner parts are shaded, but I think it would also look good the other way around as well. So, you know, show me what you make with it, and the card ideas that you have, because I find it ever so interesting. We have got the brand new Wolfie, which is this is quite a strong wolf, and it could also be like a dog. You know, the what are they? The husky dogs. If you die cut this from white cardstock and then did some colouring, this is our wolf die. And some of the sentiments from the stamp set refer directly to wolves, so this may be something, and also really good for masculine cards. I personally struggle with making cards that are not pretty and sparkly and girly. I enjoy the prettiness of card making, but I do know an awful lot of men, so making cards for men is something that I do try to do, even if it's not easy as can be. We have this, which I think is a really lovely sentiment that's always good to just have on hand, which is thinking of you. Small enough that it will fit on any card. It can also fit quite nicely on the inside of a card, and it's not overpowering. Still allows the centre piece of your cards to take centre stage. We also have some leaves. Now we have 2 different leaf sets. So this one, which is embossed as well, I'm hoping that you can see. So the spine of the die is embossed. And then we have the silhouette leaves, which are, there's 3 in this set, and these group together really nicely. If you die cut multiples of them in lots of different shades, then you can create some really pretty backgrounds. So that's the trio of leaves die. And I probably should add at this point, because these are all dies, these are Love from Lizi dies, they are in our Black Friday sale, even though they're brand new. Rose with a teacup. Little birdie. Silhouette. So that's just out of craft, and I popped a tiny little bit of ink blending around the edge, some gathered twigs just to give it a little bit of definition. But again, for the forest or in amongst the stencil branches. And then we have all the trees, the swirly trees. These are so pretty. So that could also double up as a leaf. It is a tree, of course. This one is more of sort of like a wishing tree, and then you have a border, and these trees, as I say, do somewhat match the trees in the stencil. So we have Leaping Fawn dies, and this is one big die, and I've paper pieced this one together so that you actually can get the idea of how lovely this can be. How pretty that is. And that's just craft with green, and I did lay some Wink of Stella over the top of the fawns, but there are embossing lines to separate the deer, as you can see here. Very, very pretty. And we also have 2 more dies to go with this collection. Sorry that there are so many, but I wanted to make sure that you saw them all. These each have 2 dies. So again, similar to the panel dies, you can cut and just have the negative space. So these are fabulous if you want to do a shaker card. These are great for 6x6 card bases. And there is the garden fairy and the forest fairy, guys. And as you can see, so the fairies are a little bit larger in this one, and they're more dinky in this one, and they both have on these sort of bluebells and vines, and because there are 2 dies, you do also have this lovely large scallop circle, and this, as you can see, is the same die in each, and you have a scallop that is not as defined on the inside of these. So they're multi-dye, multi-purpose, but again, ever so pretty, and if you, like me, sometimes just need to have that super quick card that is pretty, these are the sorts of dies that are going to help that happen. Okay, so they are the recommended add-ons for the current kit, Ruby Red. We do also have some other collections that we are reintroducing. Now, we did a super kit many moons ago called We're All Mad Here. Now this has, because it's a super kit, it is absolutely jam-packed. So you've got the 5 sheets of cardstock, you've got an absolutely enormous pack of ephemera, there is 24 single-sided patterned papers. This is the Ruby Red pin peel-off, so that works really nicely with the kit as well. You have a DL stamp set, and this is Alice. And then there's various quotes from Alice in Wonderland. She's also a lash girl, similar to Red, so I could see really fun cards with Alice and Red together. You know how you have Batman and Superman sometimes, but we could start doing that in card making. But we're all mad here. It would be nice if something made sense for a change. As I say, this kit is enormous, and if I unbox it for you now, we will quite literally be here forever. However, I will leave a link in the description below for the full unboxing video that I did carry out. We only have very limited numbers of these, but because we were doing Red, we thought we'd do Alice. There are coordinating dies to every stamp. There are the sticky inserts for people to reuse your card. There's a full ribbon pack, full set of glitter enamel dots, lots of acetate sentiment pieces, and the sequin mix. So as you can see, the We're All Mad Here kit is jam-packed. And to go with those, I have this trusty card base here to give you a perspective. We have the die set, It's Always Tea Time, and I do feel like I can relate to that. Whenever I'm having to do something, I feel like I need a cup of tea. Or more often than not, coffee now. I think caffeine is taking its hold with me. And here is the other large hero. Again, with what I did with the lantern, these are perfect for paper piecing. And it's actually quite therapeutic die cutting them all up and then gluing them in spot, but that's the We're All Mad Here die. Then we have this super cute little teapot, and I absolutely adore it because it's got these little hearts on it. All I did was pop some tape on the back and die cut these hearts from a green as well. And you have got the embossed lid, really tiny weeny dinky die, but so cute. And I mean, if you, like me, at the moment I'm having a real clean and simple card phase. Having said that, I did obviously make this very messy, very involved one as well, so it changes. However, I do like the clean and simple cards, so tiny weeny dies work beautifully for that. Now we have I'm Late, which is the little white rabbit. We have the Drink Me, Eat Me stamp set, which has got the cookie and the drink. and there is the coordinating die, and there is just the stamp alone. So we have these. We also have, and now this was super popular, and this is the I'm Not Crazy stamp, and we do only have a very limited amount of these, but I thought it would be mean to not give you the opportunity. This isn't, as I say, there's only one variety that has the coordinating dies in this size, and that is this one. We do also have the DL stamp and die set that went in the kit as standalone products. We have the ephemera pack. Now the ephemera pack, because it was a super kit, is absolutely jam-packed. I'm not entirely sure how many pieces there are in here. Hundreds, I would guess. It feels like it when we were trying to lay them all out to photograph, and they took up a whole poster board. You also have the We're All Mad Here stamp set. So this has got the Hatter's Hat, the flamingo and the playing cards, and it has the coordinating dies. There's the hats, the flamingo and the playing cards, because they all have the same, and then some of these lovely quotes from Alice. So they are all the Alice collection that we have. Next up we have the Party Time collection. Now we did release the paper pack last month, along with a few of the bits and pieces, but we're releasing the rest of the collection now. And one of the things is the Party Time die. Now as a die like that, you can't really see much, so I decided to make a card with it. And because we've got Wicked coming out very shortly, I did use the green and pink spray on there. I just die cut it out of a panel of white cardstock, spritzed it, used the centre die from some of the gold, layered it up with some 1mm foam tape, and then these are the gold glitter dots, gold dots that we released in with our November kit. They're all on a strip, so they're super easy to use when you want to use them like this. But this, I think, is a really lovely like party invitation, or thanks for having me to your party, whichever. But that is the die set and what cards we have. We also, because it's party time, this is also very New Year's themed, have the Stars and Swirls. So this is an example, and I think these are great for New Year's, for graduation, for a masculine card, just generally speaking. This is using the star borders and the mini star peel-offs, as well as one of the many dies that comes in this kit. So I will try not to make an absolute mess of this. But the thing is, each time you die cut a die, you're getting the waste, if you like, stars, as well as the border. You get the little pieces that fall out as well. So as you can see, there are lots of different. This is the one that I used on the card, but they're really pretty. Like they're shooting stars, or a little spray of them. Yes, there are much clearer and better photographs on the website. But this die set, I believe we've had to sell out about 4 times. And this is the last time that I am able to restock it. So I thought, because we've got the new year coming, if people are wanting to make cards to welcome in the new year and see out the old, or if they... Stars, again, generally are just, they're good celebration dies. They're good for all sorts of things. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, lots of starry sky nights. I mean, they're always a very pretty general cards to have on hand. Okay, so we've got a runaway star here. Yes, I have. There's always a runaway. Okay. we have the party time ephemera. So this is New Year themed loosely, and some of the sentiments in the ephemera are that way inclined, but the rest are things like goal getter. There's a wreath there. We have legends are born in January, so great for those forgotten children of January. Let's celebrate. Happy New Year. Is it midnight yet? An empty one for you to be able to pop your own sentiment on. Cheers to the new year. Banners, flowers, balloons, champagne bottles. So as you can see, there's a real variety of New Year things and just general celebration. The patterned papers, the 6x6 pattern papers, are in the website already, but they will be linked as recommended to these items. And we also have the adhesive chipboard stickers. Pop the bubbly, let's celebrate, Happy New Year, this is your year to shine, midnight wishes and New Year kisses. And then some extras. Then we have lovely rub-on transfers with black fireworks with sort of a gold glitter, and then this is like a coppery colour, and then this is more yellow gold. And there is the wooden stick and instructions to the reverse if rub-ons are new to you. We have the Many Thanks stamp set, which is one of my favourites because it's just thank you in lots of different styles. And each of these styles do fit over these graffiti type splatters. Obviously not these two smaller ones here, but if you stamp that in a green and then stamp over the top in black, it looks like it's been highlighted. So this is a real fun stamp set and very, very versatile. And we do also have the bundle bargain of the party time collection. So this is the grouping of some of the items all together at a discounted rate. So the rub-on transfers, the chipboard stickers, the enamel dots, the die, and the very large ephemera pack. So they can be had all together. We are nearing the end, I promise. And I did want to show you a few cards of some of the things that we've made. And this is one of our Christmas stamp sets. So this is just 'Tis the Season to Sparkle. If you stamp a sentiment like this with Versamark, let's say 16 times on a sheet of cardstock, heat emboss the whole lot and then chop down with your guillotine, and then do the same with some silver mirror. These are just pinstripe and silver mirror on the back, and these are silver mirror mini stars. And if you want simple but classy, these work for Christmas cards. This is pearlescent cardstock. To make this took me about, let's say, 9 minutes. It was super, super fast once I decided how it was going to look. And if you're factory lining so that you can get your Christmas cards done nice and efficiently, this is the sort of thing that perhaps you might want to think about. This is the Christmas Ballet Kit, which we released last month. This is one of the cards that I use using the stamp set. I heat embossed it in glitter, and then the Gift of Giving with a few little gems, and then green stamped some of the snowflakes. This was also made from the Christmas Ballet Kit. There are these gold stars and the tulle netting in the kit with the ribbon. And again, heat embossed in gold glitter. Onto white and die cut out using the dies that come in the kit. And this is from a card that I made from our Magic of Christmas pad, because it has the stamps in it. These are gold mirror mini twinkles, peel offs, some pinstripe, the paper from the kit, and then stitched rectangle and circle dies. So they're just some quick ideas and inspiration. And the Christmas Ballet, the ephemera, is available for individual purchase now. It's got the nutcracker, the mice, the ballerina, Christmas trees, houses. It's a whole lovely big array of different items. We have got the Winter Warmers stencil that came in the kit last month, which is super, super delicate but creates such pretty snowflakes that are great for layering and mixed mediaing backgrounds with. We have got the green peel off with silver finish, which again was part of the Winter Warmers. We have the Winter's Warmers ephemera stamp and paper pads. They are all available individually now. We do still have some of those kits available, however not very many. And last but by no means least, we have 2 paper packs which I will flip through super fast. This is the Christmas Tidings pack. There are 16 sheets of 6x6. They are double-sided and they do have this specialty to them. So this has got the glitter over the top of the printing. If it's specialty, it is single-sided, the rest are double. And this also has these tiny little elements of glitter over the berries on the holly there. And then there is glitter over the blooms. This has the glitter over all of that lighter colour. I think you can just see it as sort of a sheen, but it has got a slight iridescence to it. This has got that canvas texture to it, so it looks tartan. Perhaps from the back we can grab it. It's very difficult with the light in here because of the snow outside. Everything is super, super bright. This is also a canvas, that poinsettia design. And then we have gold. The gold mirror foiling shows up okay. Away in a Manger, Jingle Bell. You know, this is Christmas Carol titles over some sheet music. Some lovely stripy gold foiling there. And then we have sheet music to the reverse, the angels over sheet music. That looks like a red sort of distress with an ever such a light brown. This is the same design as this patterned one here, however in different colourways. Christmas wreath with bells over stars and then just some stars to the reverse. These are obviously in these very traditional Christmas colours, which are very, very pretty, and therefore very easy to find embellishments to go with them. Because the papers also are quite busy, they don't need a lot. You can just stamp a sentiment, perhaps pop a couple of gems on, and then your card is done. But these could be for those really special Christmas cards that you're only going to make 1 or 2 of. But that's Christmas Tidings. And we have the Frozen Christmas. Again, 16 sheets of 6x6. Half are double-sided, half are specialty. So this is the got silver foiling. And this is some of these snowflakes have got the gloss with the glitter to them. Some lovely shiny silvery stars. And this is so cute. It's got these, you can only see them in the light, but they're like Christmas trees in little frames over this like white snow pattern. Very pretty. And here we have the reindeer in a similar fashion. Then these ones, they're not super obvious. They're slightly darker rather than the printed. But again, very unusual, very pretty. This has got these glittery stripes, but they're like mixed mediaed, almost like they haven't managed to take fully. Here we have the spot gloss over the sheet music, so the actual notes and the bars are in spot gloss. We have a really lovely geometric glittery gloss on that one. And here we have, that's a very like textury, mixed media, like, multiple layer feel. And then to reverse, we have this peach colour, this lovely taupe with stone. Again, there's a lot of texture and feel to this collection. It's really very pretty. Repeating snowflakes almost. And it's got kind of a grungy feel to it, but still very clean looking. There are still shots of everything. They will be available for you to look at the end, which may feel a little bit clearer. But it's largely, you've got a pattern on one side, which is very mixed, and then to the reverse, a more muted monotone effort. But yes, so that is the Frozen Christmas, and that, ladies and gents, completes the December release video. If you are still here, then congratulations, and thank you again for not leaving me talking to myself. I have tried to include more made cards to give you ideas. And I do really hope that you enjoy Red, because I think she is absolutely fabulous, and I cannot wait to see what gets made with her, and with all the other parts of the kit. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you want to see more cards, if you prefer demonstrations or just them being shown like this. And until next time, very happy paper crafting. Bye!